coming to get you, Barbara.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
Are you crazy? Kill you all! I'm the greatest nightmare you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Whoa.
A spooky.
Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
I was trying to watch us live, and here we are.
I mean, at least we know it works.
Yeah, it works, definitely. I was trying to peep comments and stuff, but I didn't know the sound was on for that. But hello. Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody. Hey, thank you so much for bearing with us the last 2 weeks. Today, we are talking about a subject that is like 4 weeks in the making, and I hope you guys will join in and describe how you would do what we plan to describe to you. How would you torture and murder some of the worst people in the world if you have to pick execution styles? This was 100% Lauren's idea, by the way.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I did. I have no say in what she picks. I just picked the serial killers that she will be choosing, and then she gets to decide how they die. So not my fault. If anyone is like, oh, a few of those and like a couple of those. I think we just got to get into it. I think there's no other way around it.
Yeah, I literally looked up the worst fucking executions possible.
Nice.
So let's do it.
I'm gonna start with let's start with some of the more horrible people. Then let's go with All right, here's a classic. Now, the way I did this is I took a screenshot of their mugshot with their name, because I want to make sure everyone can see so they know what we're talking about. But this face is
okay.
This face is pretty normal. This is John Wayne Gacy. I think everyone knows the background. Everyone knows how horrible, and Lordy knows he needs to go. So, Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Wait, am I on the wrong? No, I'm on Girls Gore and Gin on YouTube. Okay, I thought I put it on the Bakersfield Gentleman again.
No, they must have done an update because I see a couple different things on my end. Or maybe it's just my computer. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, holy shit. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, if you don't know about this guy, I'm surprised because we've talked about him. He raped and murdered boys.
A lot. He killed so many people that he couldn't keep them in his own house anymore. It was so bad. He started like, what are you going to do with all these bodies? Like, he's a horrible person.
I'll just start burying them. All right. So let's see. What does John Wayne Gacy deserve? Let's see. I think because, okay, so let's talk about what he did here for a second. And sure. Maybe it might help me decide what he deserves. So, like I said, he raped and murdered boys. So, what is okay, here we go. Death by rats.
You're picking the rat.
Let's do a death by rats for John Wayne Gacy.
All right, I'm going to find Oh, no, that's the wrong.
I emailed Miguel a bunch of pictures. I sent him a bunch of pictures with the titles of all of the different tortures that I think these people deserve, or at least all the ones that I just researched, and then we'll apply them to the people that fucking deserve them.
Here we go. There it is.
Here we go. Death by rats. All right, there you go. So basically what would happen back in the day is they would put rats in a cage, and it had like a little opening on the bottom, or just a regular cage like you see rat cages where the bottom comes out so you can clean it.
Yeah, totally.
But they would tie the victims, as you see here, to something and basically cut a hole in their stomach and let the rats basically eat them from the inside out. Sometimes they would even put fire on the outside to try to heat up the cage, so where the rats would try to escape. And the way that they would try to escape is like digging out through the person's flesh.
Yeah, I mean, rats are. I mean, they get killed all the time. Like everyone hates rats for some reason, which they're kind of gross, whatever. But they're survivors.
Really smart, but they carry diseases. But they also, like you said, they are survivors. Yeah. So they will do whatever they can. And for those who have had rats in their home, you've seen all the chewing, and all the just destruction that they leave behind. So I can imagine what kind of damage they would do to a body trying to escape fire. They have those little claws and those big fucking gnarly teeth.
I mean, not only that, but they climb their way. They crawl and scratch their way up the corporate ladder as well. I mean, you got Chuck E. Cheese, you've got Disney, and then oh god, that's gross.
Do you remember that game, Mousetrap?
I never played Mousetrap, the board game.
That was a cool game that I never really got to play because we couldn't get that one.
I've never seen it in person. I've only heard about it and seen the commercials. Like, well, that seems cool. We were in Monopoly was a game we played. That's a torture on its own. Okay, Monopoly will torture you to death as well.
Oh, for the drink portion of the show, non-sponsored, I've got this Flying Embers hard kombucha here. No sugar. Orange passion mimosa. I've had it before. It's pretty good. I like this one. I think you've had some too before, Migs.
It was very refreshing, actually. It was different, but it was good.
It's pretty tasty.
The rat thing on Game of Thrones. I've seen it actually in a couple of shows and stuff.
Yeah, but it's actually real torture that they used. A lot of times, yes, to get information out of people, but also as an execution.
It'll work. I mean, you got to get the job somehow, or get the job done, somehow.
So, John Wayne Gacy, fuck you. You deserve the rat torture.
Yeah, and you know what? You fed rats too, so technically you're taking care of animals. So, boom. I have got another picture here. Actually, let me save this and send it to myself because I think this is another one that before we move away from rats, because I don't want to lose the rats. Like, come on. Let's give rats their time to shine before we move on. Okay, that picture went through.
Speaking of rats, we have an infestation right now, and it's fucking awful.
I hate that. I mean, again, I don't have any big problems with them, but it's like, it's my fucking house. Get out, dude. Like, oh, cool.
Dude, the only problem that we have mainly with them is, well, like we mentioned, one, they carry diseases. And we also have dogs. If our dogs decide we're not supervising them and they're just outside while they go pee really quick and we're doing something and they decide we're going to chase a rat and get bit by one, I don't really want anything bad happening to my dogs, really, is what it is, too.
100%. Yeah. And, I mean, people who have little kids, like you said, pets or just electrical around your house, they will destroy whatever they decide to just start gnawing on. So is what it is. Did you hear about the botched lethal injection? Apparently the guy went through hours of horrible pain before he died. Just do that to everybody. There you go. Yeah, just across the board. I'm fine with that. Then again, we do have a very high recorded number of people that were put to death that should have been. So we got to save this for the worst of the worst. Like this is a couple. This is a power couple of horrible. And This is a UK problem. So we never have people like this in the US, you know. Husband and wife couples never murder everyone like these guys. But this is Fred and Rose West.
I remember them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered this one, but there's a power couple who would torture their own kids.
Power couple.
And their kids' friends and their friends' kids and anyone they could get their hands on. And they weren't caught for 12 years after their last alleged crime. But the only reason that they stopped counting at 12 years is because they also filled up their hidey holes around their house, and they stopped burying them, and they started throwing them in the river. And when that happened, they decided, we're not going to look for any more. You guys are accused of this many crimes. That's good enough. Good enough for us.
Not good enough for me, however. So let's decide what they fucking deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
You gonna get it.
Oh my God, this reminds me. We should build a wheel.
We should have built a wheel.
With all of these things. So we can spin the wheel and then we decide what they get.
All right, next time we will redo this.
I like wheel that I can put right here on my little desk and you can see it. Boop, right here. Do a spin.
We can get one. We can get a wheel of misfortune.
Oh, there we go. We could call it that too. All right. So I think something that lasts a while. Ooh, you know what? Okay, I like this one. The Brazen Bowl.
Oh, all right. My buddy Michael was just showing me that on the side. The bowl.
Yeah, the Brazen Bowl. Let's look this up. I like this one. This is perfect.
This has got to be the worst.
People that torture children and hurt kids deserve this. Look at that. Look at that. Basically, it was like this metal bowl shape that was hollow inside. And underneath, as you can see, they put the fire down. And the metal, you would put someone inside, tie them up, and then it would just heat up. And they would just burn to death inside.
It's just so like, not only do you have to think of that, man, what do we want to do to this person? I want to hurt them. Burn them. No, not burn them alive, because that would be too quick. What if we roast them alive? And if we made it decorative? Like, I don't want it to just be like some big pot. That's dumb.
You know what's crazy? You see how if you look up right there where the mouth is open, they sculpted this thing to where the screams from the inside would sound like a bull on the outside.
That's so fucked up.
Isn't it crazy? So you would hear people screaming, but it would just sound like an adult bull screaming.
It messes me
up. It wouldn't even sound human. So they basically dehumanize these people by roasting them like fucking meat.
It depends on what they did. I'm cool with that. But these ancient builders and inventors, like, have you seen how perfect some of the amphitheaters were made so you could hear a voice echo throughout the entire place? Or those whisper spots where, like, in certain places you can hear someone whisper across a room because of how the acoustics were built. And then these guys are like, well, we want your screams of dying agony to sound like the cooing of a bull, which I don't know if they don't coo, but, you know, the mooing, I guess. Yeah. So messed up. I guess the only thing worse would be nowadays where, like, if you had an electric pellet grill, like those electric pellet smokers, so they smoke you, and whenever you scream, it came out that Rebecca Black song, It's Friday. So
Friday.
So imagine you're being cooked in a slowly but delicious way, and then that song plays every time you try to ask for help.
Oh my God. You know what that reminds me of? The Walking Dead season where they have Daryl locked up in Negan's like little prison cells, basically. Oof. And they play that song, We're Living on Easy Street. And it feels so sweet. Basically, they play that song over and over and over, like psychological torture. They play that upbeat, happy song while they're physically torturing him. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. If
So,
you
like,
don't know that part of The Walking Dead, but I don't know. It's crazy.
I dropped out. Like, I stopped watching The Walking Dead, but
it's been a while.
Oh, what is it? A Clockwork Orange, when they are in the house or they break in. Yeah, they play the classical music for them, or when they're attacking the old couple and they're singing in the rain. Oh God, I love that song, but not so much anymore. Not after that. All right.
By the way, I wore my really uncomfortable stuff for tonight. I slicked my hair back in a tight fucking bun.
Oh, is that your torture? Because it looks good.
It's the aesthetic torture devices. I'm wearing a bra and it hurts.
You should have went full dominatrix gear and just like start whipping Joey while we're not looking. You know,
just have him in the background.
Just beating your husband. Yeah, that kind of fits with today's theme. So
sure.
This is terrible. This is terrible. It's fucked up. Now that I think about it, how did I let you talk me into this, Lauren? This is next serial killer. Okay, I'm moving to the next one before I think of any of this too harder. Edmund Kemper, the co-ed killer.
Oh, Clarnell. Sorry, his mom.
I don't think he was born in California, but he did. His highlight reel was here. He murdered not only his own mother, but his own grandparents. And as the name suggests, he killed a bunch of co-eds at the university that his mother was working at. And self-proclaimed Bumblebutt is his own self-given nickname. But I think horrible person is just kind of fits description a little better.
Yeah. I know exactly what he needs. I didn't even have to think about this one. I just saw it and I know. Because he liked to hurt women, he deserves impalement. Show that impalement footage. No, not the footage, just pictures. And they're cartoons mostly. We're not showing real shit. We don't want to get banned. There you go. Impalement
works.
That was actually really popular with Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, I mean the slow, methodical way they did it too, where they kind of sit you on it like a chair that goes right up your bum.
Yeah, literally the pole goes right up the hole and through your body, and you just do till you get to the bottom. And who knows if you're dead by then? Who knows if it punctured like your heart? I mean, at least your throat's gone for sure, because it'll come usually right through the throat.
You would have to die from that. Like it would, like your shock and your
the rectum sepsis. Definitely. Anything. If this is not impalement per se, but the people who do like the really hardcore anal fisting.
Oh, please leave Joey alone. Oh no.
If that shit really wrecks your anus that hard, like you're dead within minutes. Like,
oh yeah,
that's not something. The anus is one of the most sensitive spots. So these people were probably dead within like at least a few minutes.
Yeah, which it's probably they probably wanted it to be. So yeah, no doubt.
I would have.
Oh, that's a good question. Can you kill with kindness? If you name like that spear or the spike that you sit him on, kindness.
That spear, kindness, and you know,
then you're done. Done. Good job.
Look at who we're skewering with this shit. Ed Kemper. He deserves this.
Kind of does. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, for these people, everybody on this list definitely deserves to be on the list. Like I didn't skimp around.
Yeah, like, I don't feel bad for these people. This is why we're doing this.
Yeah, like I even had Eileen Warnos on here for a second, but then I was like, no, I'm taking her off because like she was a bad person, but the person I replaced her with was worse. So
you know what? She made horrible mistakes.
Yeah, no,
I don't know, for whatever reason, because she didn't hurt kids and she only hurt men that were like lying to their wives, and
that's not even the thing though. because some of them weren't. Like some of them were just guys who were picking somebody up because they were on the side of the road. Because she never dressed.
Some of them. I said.
Yeah. Some of them. That's the key.
Some of them.
But this.
Some of them. Okay, fine. We'll give them that.
So,
but still, I don't know.
this woman's still way worse. Like, oh, let me just bring her on here. Amelia Dyer. She was an old-timey black and white serial killer right there. All of her kills were silent because this was the silent era of film, so there was no volume back then. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. But she ran a baby farm for 20 years, and during that time period, they found up to or over 400 bodies of infants that she decided to euthanize when she couldn't make a profit quick enough off of them. So this has got to be a really bad one because they're all bad again. Everyone bad on this list, but she's above and beyond bad.
All right. I think this is it. The skinning alive. I don't care. I saw that one, and that fits her perfectly because she hurt children.
Skinning alive.
And it is just how it sounds, you guys. Literally taking someone and cutting pieces of their skin off. Piece by piece by piece.
Okay, I think I got the right picture for it. Now let me know if this is the right one because some of them look a little similar. Not their fault.
Oh, do they? Yep. That'd be the one because if you look at his leg, they're literally peeling his skin off from his leg.
And this is not like drawing on a wall or like really hurried sketch. This is a detailed painting of somebody being skinned alive because they didn't have anything else to do. Like, I gotta make sure this is in the archives and done beautifully. My God. Girls, Gore, and Gin population out there. Don't ever get skinned alive because that looks terrible.
Don't do that. Try to stay away if you can. Abstain. That's the best.
A little side question here, just because it kind of body it's not mutilation, but those pain tolerance kind of things that gets people's adrenaline going with the hooks. Were you hanging from hooks? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the big hooks and they'll like hang from like a barn ceiling or something, and they'll be completely suspended by their skin. That still scares the hell out of me. Is that something you've ever thought about? Like, maybe.
No. I have a friend who actually pierced somebody that did that. I don't get it. A lot of people say that it's like the same feeling that cats get when you lift them up from their extra skin on the back. It's just like a tight, like, oh, your mom's just picking you up and carrying you away.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. Cats don't feel it, but I guess there's a part on our skin that can just be lifted without hurting us. Like, I will never. You could never pay me enough to do that.
What do you call it? Well, here's a good point though. You could do it because you're pocket sized, and it wouldn't take that many hooks. What?
My skin is not that thick though. I don't think. I don't know. I can't.
Let's not find out. Let's not start stabbing hooks. Like, maybe she could hold up to it. I guess. No stabbing Lauren. Everybody, leave it alone. All right. So this next gentleman, we're gonna go because the lady before was British. So let's go a little further into Europe. Let's go Eastern European. Actually, not even. We're gonna go Russian, which I guess is Eastern European. Yeah, it's the same difference. Right? Yeah, it's the same thing. We're gonna go Andrei Chikatilo. Andrei Chikatilo is not the worst Russian serial killer. But that picture right there will haunt your nightmares. Hawaiian bright shirt while he's sitting in a cage in prison, waiting to be sentenced.
What did you say? Wait, what kind of shirt did you say that was?
He was like wearing bright Hawaiian shirts for his entire trial. That's what his dress shirts.
This looks like an Olympic rings shirt.
It kind of does, yeah. It's just a bright color shirt. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry, it just threw me off.
Yeah, no, he's 100% too happy to be there. Oh, fuck this guy. Oh, God.
He doesn't scare me, though.
Well,
he just looks like a crackhead that's been missing some sleep and needs a good brush.
I think the crimes is what scares me, because he would attack anybody, just anybody who let their guard down, man, woman, child, mainly children, but men who are too drunk. He would wrestle them down and slit their throat and play with the body parts in order to achieve sexual release. That's how I'm going to put it.
Okay.
And then he would never eat them. He would just chew on body parts. He wanted to make that very clear. Like he would never deliberately eat the uterus, but he chewed on a lot of them. This is all from his own testimony in court during a Russian kind of end of the Soviet era Russian courtroom.
I know what he deserves.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me get this on.
What he should have gotten.
All right.
Oh, by the way, shit. I know some of them. We remember what their actual punishments were.
For this gentleman,
I don't remember off the top of my head, but.
Well, I can a couple of them just because John Wayne Gacy, I believe, died in prison.
Right.
As well as Fred West died in prison. Rosemary West is still alive. Ed Kemper, I believe, is still alive. Mm-hmm. Andre Chikatilo was shot in the back of the head, execution style, as Russians like to do. Good for them.
That's too easy for these people, though.
I think it was just about the quickness. Like, as soon as they're sentenced, like, nah, you don't get any more time on Earth. You're gone. So, I get it.
Though. See, I wish that's how we did it. Just fucking quit wasting taxpayer money.
Less than 5 months from capture and trial to execution for him. Less than half a year. So impressive. I'll give him that. And then Amelia, let me check my notes here because I have her thing up. She was hanged. She was hanged to death. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I think you're doing better than they are. You're doing better picks.
I think so too. All right, but scapsism or scaphism, excuse me.
You just called me a racial slur? What does that mean? Scaphism? What?
A staph infection? What? Scaphism.
Which one is that?
Basically, you tie someone to a boat, cover them. Yep, a boat. Cover them in honey and all kinds of like sweet things, and just throw them out and let them float around to let all the insects and all of the water creatures and all of the like maybe bears possibly to come and just fucking have their way with you and eat you alive. Oh. Sometimes it involves burying somebody from the neck down and then covering them in honey and letting just nature come and eat you alive.
Oh, I don't see a picture for that on here, but that sounds fucking horrible.
Good. He deserves it.
Oh, God. I mean, whose boat? Like, I think it should also be like jury duty where somebody gets selected out of the crowd, basically. Okay, you have to put them on your boat. And that's what's going to happen. It's your civic duty. So I don't have a picture for that here, but my God.
That's crazy. I thought I sent somebody something. But yeah, basically, a lot of times it's a kind of boat that has your arms and legs sticking out in your head.
Oh, good.
So they cover your body but have like your limbs sticking out, and they cover you in honey and shit. Things that are in the water that attract you, or, you know, basically like crocodiles or bears.
Wait a minute. I found it. Okay, this one makes more sense now. There we go.
There you go. That's the one. See, it says even on the bottom corner.
Scaphism. Okay.
Scaphism. I don't know how to say it properly. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Actually, Frankie is a pretty decent one. That
actually one of the things on here, and it's the cement shoes.
Yeah. Very mobster of them.
No, that's where it came from. Yeah, it does look like a turtle.
Actually, did you know? Have you heard of the new problem where severed feet are popping up on the shores a lot more often? Like
a lot of fucking cases are gonna go. You know what? Our show's gonna thrive.
You are morbidly positive on that. I like that. Yeah. But the thing is, yeah, morbidly optimistic. I like that.
We're gonna find out all of these fucking cases that are unsolved are going to now be solved because of this shit with the water levels dipping.
It's not just that though. It's because the first part of your body to go in these situations where you're at sea and whatnot is the soft tissue, because creatures eat it and whatnot. And ankles are very much easy to get ripped apart. They bite on it. The tendons is pretty soft, so they just chew through that. And nowadays, up to a certain point, shoes were being made, or are being made right now, out of foam, like soft foam, and they have the ones with like the air pockets in it. So you basically have a balloon attached to a severed foot, floating back to the surface and taking it to the shore. And then they can identify, sometimes not, who it is. So in a way, the shoe industry is helping solve missing or potentially murdered people's fates. So good job, Nike. Very proud. Very proud.
Oh, Nike. Okay. Also, maybe they'll see more of this stuff. This scaphism shit.
I'm gonna avoid this one like the plague. That one sounds so bad, so
because
painful.
I don't think animals digest bones. I think maybe they just poop them out.
Very few animals. I think pigs, Komodo dragons, and then a couple others will go through bone pretty easily.
So they'll probably discover all these people. But yeah, anyway, that motherfucker deserves that.
That's 100%.
Next
100%.
killer, please. Let's go.
All right. Let's go with, I'm going to go with the next two are going to be, this next one is old timey and super duper evil. And I think a lot of you know him. There's actually a local band named after him called Albert the Cannibal. But this is Albert Fish.
Ugh. Didn't he write the disgusting letter about that poor little girl?
He wrote a letter to one of his victims' parents.
Rape because he just couldn't do it.
He said he would have if he chose to, but he decided I'm not gonna. So you're welcome.
That's disgusting. Okay, I like the Catherine wheel for this guy. Pull up the Catherine wheel.
Oh, okay. This is a solid one. I like this idea. But the thing is, he was very much into torture. Like, I think he might have enjoyed it.
Not this kind. I don't think he would have enjoyed this at all.
Good.
Because what they would do is they would tie your hands and feet, as you see here, and they basically stretch you out. Excuse me. Oh, wait, no, this is the rack. This is different.
No, that's the wrong. Oh, sorry. This is the wrong one.
This is similar to the Catherine wheel, though, except the Catherine wheel is actually a wheel. So they do stretch you out over it.
Is it this guy?
Which is the same. Yes.
Oh.
This is
Much
the
worse.
one. So
Much
they
worse.
basically stretch you out over this guy, and they just beat the shit out of you over this so that you don't have anything to like. So when you get hit, you kind of, and you do this, you like fall back. This, it like basically keeps you in place to where you're like just absorbing all of the fucking brunt force. And you're stretched out and you're like in a vulnerable position. So they just come and club the shit out of you while you're tied up like this.
Yeah, it looks like that dude's hitting with the mallet.
Amazing for my back.
This is not early chiropractic, okay? That seems like it would be bad for your vertebrates. All right, let's not do this to anybody, except for maybe Albert Fish. Yeah, Albert Fish deserves this.
He deserves this because you know what? He absolutely would have fucking molested that little girl.
Oh, it would not be the first time. Like they said, he probably had victims in the hundreds because his job letting him travel across states, across cities, with very little oversight of what he was doing.
And if you guys want to look, I won't say anything about it, but if you guys want to look up the letter that he wrote about her,
yeah, it's pretty.
To,
it's
like
pretty
to
bleak.
her. I don't know if he wrote it to her family or to like the. Okay.
No, directly to the mother, to her mother, to tell her all that stuff.
So,
luckily, she couldn't read, but her older son, or her oldest son, the older brother to the little girl who died, could read, and he had to read it to his mom.
Fucking disgusting. So awful. Like, he literally fantasized about raping that little girl, but he didn't do it. Thank God he didn't do that. Unfortunately, he still killed her and ate her anyway. But at least she didn't have to suffer through yet another fucking tragedy of being touched by that disgusting piece of shit.
Charlie says it looks like a Flashdance horror movie. It kind of is. Kind of is a little bit, yeah. Oh my gosh. So this next guy is probably the highest count that we know of on the list. This is a South American serial killer. And that is him right there. That is Luis Garavido.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he.
Tell me about him.
They want to say about 500 orphans throughout Colombia and Argentina. Pretty much the same story as it goes here. The less dead, ladies work in the streets, hookers, runaways, drug addicts who are living on the streets who don't get any attention. And if they go missing, it's going to be very difficult to find out. Well, he took that to the next level in areas where it was already hard to keep tabs of people. I just went through mainly children. I want to say it was all children. But the numbers, I believe, was like 400 and some, which was proven to his ceiling is 500 above easily to what they can't prove. And so as far as the world knows, that's not, during war, he is the highest number of kills for one person to commit, which is just mind-boggling.
Wow. By the way, sorry, that little move I just made. It's a reference to Richard. He fucking distracted me. I'm sorry. I was listening. But fucking Richard. He said that it looks like I'm talking to a slice of bread, and I went like this, and I was like,
oh, no. He's saying that you're the best talking since sliced bread. See? Yeah. Oh, no. It's totally. Yeah. Just kidding. Oh, my God. All right.
Well, let's see. Excuse me.
You're right.
This guy. Oh, no, for real. No, sorry. This guy deserves coffin torture.
Coffin torture? You're talking the Iron Maiden?
No, this is different.
What? Let me get
I
to
sent
the right.
you a photo of it.
Let me find the right one here.
Yeah. The fish letter is disgusting and sad. She died a virgin. As if that matters. That you thought about raping her, and maybe who knows if he fucking held it over her head before she died. Who knows what kind of horrible things he said to her,
I don't have a coffin torture.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, coffin torture. It's a cage that hangs up in a tree, and you're like, basically, it's shaped like a human being. This cage is shaped like a human. So you're strapped in like this almost, and you're hung outside in a tree. So you're either eaten by animals, or you starve to death, or you are fucked up from the elements. Yeah, it's really fucked up. But fuck it. Who cares? These people deserve it.
If you make it out of steel and you leave it in like the wilderness, that's a pretty eco way of like getting rid of people. Because then you can
cool, right?
Yeah, you reuse the cage and you let the animals eat it. That's pretty green. Al Gore would approve.
That's crazy. I don't know why you can't find it. I sent it to your email. I always title them.
Yeah, no, I downloaded all the pictures. Let me go to my email. Maybe it's still in the email itself.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this thing is crazy. Sometimes it's shaped just like a cylinder, with like it's got a platform on the bottom and then just like a cage around, but you're like basically standing up straight like this too.
No, the only one
not a lot of wiggle room.
The only one I have is the Iron Maiden one.
That's crazy. Okay, fine.
It's like the one on that movie we just watched.
No, I know which one it is. Frankie actually just pointed out that there is a movie called Outlaw King out, and the wife in that movie gets left in a cage like that, but not to die. They still feed her and like throw water at her to clean her basically.
That's
but she's left over. Yeah, she's left over the ocean, like on the side of a dock, basically, as torture until she kind of gives in to the king, but she does not. She's a badass.
I sent it to you, Meg, so you can put it up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I see that. There we go. I got it now. I got this.
That's the Iron Maiden, the one
this is the Iron Maiden right here. Yeah, which actually, we'll go into that in a second, but that's actually not a torture device.
No.
They actually the people who found that the first time just added the spikes in themselves because they just thought it would look cool and it would sell better.
Excuse me.
This one, on the other hand, that would suck. That's the worst Lady Gaga outfit I've ever seen.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Peanut's going to the gym. He had to come tell me. He was like doing fake workout moves.
So he's gonna go torture himself, huh? All right.
Yeah, he's literally gonna go torture himself. He's over there going. Bye, Peanut. Bye. Love you.
Hey, Joey, if she's torturing you, blink twice next time. All right.
He doesn't get to come over here and look in this camera. I'm just kidding.
That was terrifying. Thank you, Lauren. That was fucking scary. Oh my gosh.
Terrifying. Yeah, just bumped my table. So
oh my gosh. How about the intestine puller, like in the movie The Cell? That scene where they do that and the guy's like screaming on there, I'll kill you, and they're pulling out his intestine little by little. That messed me up so bad. Like as a kindergartner, I shouldn't have watched that probably, but such a good friggin' movie though. Like the art to it, the direction, the set, the costumes. The Cell is thumbs up on The Cell. And no, I don't ever want my intestines slowly pulled out by some weird dude in like a dress, basically. No.
Next killer, please.
All right, this is the last one I got for tonight.
All right,
but
we're gonna have to do a part 2 because this is fun, and hopefully the other girls can join.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, the last one.
Give them each, or I can just give the group all of these.
You know what we could do for next time then? Everybody, everyone message me, say 3 tortures, right? You pick 3. I'll put them on the wheel. And then everyone picks, say, 2 or 3.
Wheel.
Yeah, everyone picks 2 or 3 people they want to put on the wheel, and then that's how we decide what they get.
Oh, that's good. I like it. I like it. You're noggin.
So this last guy is actually probably the least evil of all of them, but he is definitely still bad. But he did leave New York terrified for quite a while. This is the son of Sam, David Berkowitz. Now, the son of Sam killings were probably not as heinous as the rest of them, but the way he went about kind of marketing himself and terrifying an entire city, one of the largest populace in the world, New York City, for an entire summer, to where people are still like, because there are people still alive from that time period who are still like changing up the routines of like, I have to lock my doors. I can't do this anymore because this guy will come back and shoot you. And the fact that he was saying the entire time, the devil talked to this dog who made me do it. So he had a middleman from the devil. Like the devil decides to be a weird, like undercover boss situation. he's got flair. He's got a flair to it, and up until he died, was still like terrorizing people. Even though he went like super Christian for a while, then he went back, and then he went again. A very bad person. He just on the list of the people here, probably actually the least. He's the most tame. I'll say he's the most tame out of these people.
Okay. Let's see.
It's a tough one. This is a tough one.
I like the choke pear for him.
Oh, this is like a nice one. I was waiting for this, like where it's gonna go. Let me get this picture on.
The choke pear basically is a device, almost like a speculum for vaginal exams.
Did I get the right one right?
Yep, that's the one. Basically, it's shaped like a pear, and the tip is closed like this. And you insert it into, I guess, any orifice you decide you'd like to insert it into, and you just turn that little device, and it slowly opens up, and it's metal, so it just...
This is so fucked up what I just thought of. Oh my god. My sister has to get this treatment every week, which is basically a type of antibiotic that has to go into her top layer of fat into her system, or else her body will attack it too quickly and doesn't do anything. So it has to go in very slowly. It takes like a full hour, and they have this device that is spring loaded and will slowly just push the syringe for the entire time until it's done. So what if you attach that device to this device so it slowly opens over an hour, so you can literally set it and forget it? Boom. 5 easy payments of $4.99 to kill somebody. Boom. I like it.
Like, there you go. That might work.
I don't know why. I just associated my sister's medicine that she needs with a torture.
Appropriate thing. Like, why would you do this to me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Valerie. Oh god. You know what?
This to me.
Of all people, she would appreciate it though. I think she would be on board. Like, yeah, let's use it. Let's try it out.
Jesus Christ. We're over here talking about what murderers deserve, putting things like this in orifices and shit. Like, why would you say this to me? Damn it! Frankie says she has cancer. How dare you, Gil, make me feel like a piece of shit?
So you're telling me that cancer patients can't enjoy torturing serial killers? That's racist. That is racist, and I won't allow it. I won't allow it. Now you're being muted for 2 seconds. All right, unmute. Don't forget, there's free speech jail on here. I can mute Frankie too. I'll mute him tomorrow on the show when we go live at 4 or at 2 o'clock.
I was
right?
gonna say he's not even on the show anymore.
He needs to hurry his butt up and make some drinks again. You know what? For the wheel, we'll do that. We'll do 3 wheels. All right. 1 wheel, last meal. 1 wheel, last drink. 1 wheel, torture. Boom. High five myself.
Wait.
Oh. Wait a second. No, switch hands. Switch hands.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Wait, switch hands. Go to the other side.
Why?
Just do it real quick. We'll do it real quick. Now, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it works on my screen if you do it that way.
Oh, see, no, mine, it's this way.
Damn internet.
I mean, it looks like we're doing this for you.
Okay, so if I do that, it works for you? All right, let's get out of here before we make this any worse. Oh my god. We were doing so well. All right, people, I am officially closing this one off for tonight, but this is a part 1 now because are you going to a torture museum tour in LA? I would love to go to that one. I believe it's finally open too. And Charlie says on YouTube, it's my way. So boom, I win the torture episode. I'm so proud of myself.
What?
But yes, Frankie brings up a good point. We definitely got to get to that museum because
that, for sure.
It's informative.
I would love to do a lot of stuff out of town and on set and on location and all kinds of stuff. So
Exactly.
hopefully we'll be getting the Patreon up and running soon so we can do these things.
That is definitely the plan, and it's definitely the plan, definitely for LA at least, because there's numerous things. There's at least a dozen things probably off the top of my head that are all LA based, and we're going to make it work, guys. We're going to make it work.
And I'm sure there's shit in Arizona that we can get to with the other girls that's haunted that we can probably raise money for through Patreon. So
Oh, heck yeah.
we'll let
Heck
you
yeah.
guys know when we're gonna get Patreon like up and fully running again.
If you want to give us ideas for that too, guys, it's always good in the comments. Like if you guys want exclusive content like interviews or something, let us know. And we'll take it from there. Yeah, any ideas is appreciated. I'm not going to say we're going to do them all, but they're appreciated, all right? Be cool. Don't be crazy. But I'm leaving it at that. Lauren, is there anything you want to add before we close this one out?
Just follow us on Instagram. Keep an eye out for Patreon news. And keep an eye out Tuesday for Arizona.
They will be back, and I will be back with them. Guys, thank you so much. Lauren, excellent work on this topic. Appreciate it. And, oh, God. All right. We're out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.